Julie.
All right, is it going? Yep, sure is.
Welcome back to the Stonehenge Center in Carson, California, as the 55 to 59-year-old women's competition here in the Masters Division about ready to get underway with their start of day number 1. I'm Brandon Domain, joined alongside by John Jansen. We've already seen the 60-plus men and women tackle this deadlift ladder. Now it's time for this group to make their run and see how heavy they can lift.
And it's a beautiful morning here. A great start to the first day, the first event for the ladies here, Masters Women 55 to 59. They will begin in a few moments the deadlift ladder. They're going to start with a weight of 185 pounds. They'll get 20 seconds of which to lift that. Buzzer will go off. They will have 10 seconds to move up to the next bar. The weights will increase by 20 pounds. Every bar they have will have 10 different opportunities up to a weight of 335 pounds.
And in this division, we have a couple pretty familiar names, and we also have some people that are going to be lifting some very, very big weights as this one runs up to 335 pounds. Not much higher than we saw in the 60-plus division, that only one person got to the 10th and final bar, too. And we begin it with Julie Holt, out of Crossfit Old School, a former college basketball player out of Stephen F. Austin, a former college head coach, and that college pedigree runs through her family.
It does. Her husband and son, both at Western Kentucky. Her husband, the defensive coordinator there, and her son, a linebacker. So they're going to have tight eyes on her as she performs one of the staple lifts for most football players. See if she can do a little bit more than her son, Nick, there as a linebacker.
And she's good at 185, moving to 205, and now moving to 185. Diana Flynn out of Auckland, New Zealand, representing the Australian region. As they both are good on their first lift. She's competed internationally in powerlifting. This could be a good event for Diana Flynn.
The weights that they're using early on in the event here, the first couple of rounds, will not challenge them very much, but they only get one attempt to get that bar up at 20 seconds.
225 good for Holt, as Flynn good as well, as is Ruth Clark out of CrossFit Browntown here in Corona, California. The grandmother of 5, lifting 185 pounds. We're going to see how far she can get down this 10-bar lift succession that goes up to 335. As now entering the floor is Kim Camacho out of Eureka, California. 4 on the floor and 4 good lifts. Everybody good with Holt leading the way at 245 pounds.
And when they move forward to the next bar, they get the 3-2-1 move. They can move up and get ready to be in position for the next lift. But they cannot touch the bar until the 3-2-1 lift.
Prettier than the other ones. Yeah. Coats go in on her a lot.
CrossFit Lions in North Vancouver, British Columbia. Onto the floor, she'll begin this chain. As at 265, Julie Holt good, and she's halfway through the deadlift ladder.
As the bars get heavier, the athletes will have to decide, do I make an attempt at a possible new PR, or do I move right back to the 135-pound bar, which is the tie-break bar for max reps. If they can get that extra couple of reps on that tie-break bar, it may set them apart from some of the other competitors.
6 athletes onto the floor now. Julie Holt at 285, and she's going to forego that attempt at 285. Move to the deadlift bar at 135, which this is going to be the tiebreaker. How many reps you can get at the bar behind the weight that you are at. And she will move through, and the first athlete to begin the ladder is the first one to stay off the floor, and she finishes up at 265 pounds, plus the tiebreak lift. And so far, we've seen nothing but rookies out of the first 5 attempters. But now we have Paula Moore out of CrossFit Revenge. She was here a year ago. And now Christy Warren, who was here a year ago. Excuse me, it's actually Patty Vela. That's Christy Warren with Drew. Apologize for that one. Both 2-time games competitors here last year. And 265 265 going to be the finishing weight as well for Flynn, who will stay off the floor now. So nobody good on bar number 6 thus far. The third person to try it is going to be Ruth Clark. And it's going to be 3 for 3 at that 285-pound bar, knocking out competitors. No good at 265 for Kim Camacho. She's on to the tie-break bar as well. You see her in the light blue.
The judges are communicating very well with the athletes, letting them know what's a good rep, what's not a good rep, and when they actually complete a good rep, they have to have knees locked out, hips locked out, and their shoulders must be slightly behind the bar when they're viewed from the profile. So they got to get a full rep in before the judge gives them credit.
Brower out of CrossFit. Lions didn't even try at 265, just stood on the platform. Once they said go, she jumped back to the tie-break bar. And it is a legal move. If you don't want to make an attempt, that's fine. You do have to be on that platform, though, at the heavier weight when time is called. Now onto the floor, Karen Miller at a CrossFit Logan, another in the Australian region. She's out of Woodcroft, Australia. Phyllis Collins out of Augusta, Georgia, and Beth Hoppy out of Manitou Springs, Colorado. Tiebreak attempts going on here at 265 bar, so that was a good 245. That was for Paula Moore, 17th a year ago here in the 55 to 59 division. 265 attempt for Patty Payla out of CrossFit Fit Farm in Omaha, Nebraska, and she's good at 265. It'll be the 4th to try, 285, and see if she can be the first one to get that one up.
We've had 4 ladies now successful at 265, but nobody yet at 285.
Paige Lockhart out of CrossFit Bridgewater in Massachusetts onto the floor. Lydia Beer out of CrossFit Templum in Carrollton, Texas on the floor as well. And another one dropping out after the 285 as Patty Payla will be the 4th one to fail at that weight. Karen Miller dropping out at 265. They're both working on their tie break. Both in yellow. Miller on the left side of your screen. 245 will be the heaviest attempt on the floor right now, as it is Beth Hoppy out of Colorado, good at 245, chasing down an unofficial tie right now in the lead with Julie Holt and Patty Payla at 265 pounds, good with 8 tie-break reps. April Kitagawa and Holly Arrow onto the floor as well now. Kitagawa at 205, Arrow at 185, 265, good for Beth Hoppy out of Colorado. And she was 43rd in the deadlift box jump event. So it was somebody that doesn't have a listed deadlift, but that's a similar event where it's a lot of deadlifts in quick succession, but showing that might have just been a one-off thing. Maybe the box jumps are what held her up on that.
Yeah, this is one of the staple events, or one of the staple lifts for CrossFit. She's been CrossFitting since 2007. See if she can get a successful lift at 285, and she does not. She moves back to the 135-pound bar, trying to get as many as she can. So we've had another athlete be successful on 265, but yet fail on 285.
And now it's all about how many tie-break reps you can get. It's going to be close on that one. Not sure. I think she might have gotten more. We'll have to wait on the official ruling there. Lydia Beer, your current heaviest lifter on the floor, remaining at 265 pounds. And good. She'll be the 6th one to get that weight up. We'll see if she's the first one to be good at 285. Now on the floor as well, Shelley Noyce. You might be familiar with her son Bobby Noyce, who's competed here before. Lisa Long at Rainier CrossFit in Washington on the floor as well. So we have 2 parents of past games competitors. Shelley Noyce, the mother of Bobby Noyce. Lisa Long, the mother of Lori Zambar, who qualified this year but withdrew due to a back injury a couple weeks ago. And no attempt at 285 for Lydia Beer. So 6 now dropping out at 285. And it's a race to see if she can top the unofficial score of 10 tie-break reps of Beth Hoppy. So just a little bit ago.
Deadlifts is her favorite exercise. And catch this, she's completed 13 marathons.
So she's one of the leaders here in the deadlift ladder, and she can also run marathons. She's run the Boston Marathon. It's something, a hobby that she didn't really pick up until recently, too.
And she set herself up being one of the top athletes, one of the top performers here in this event. As we move forward, she will have some running events, so we'll see how that endurance pays off for her.
And we look here on the back of the floor here at the earlier lifts. Kathy Airsham out of Northwest Tucson onto the ladder as well. Kimberly Luber, number 2 seed after the qualifier. And now Susan Clark, your Masters qualifier 55 to 59 winner, is onto the floor beginning the deadlift ladder. And Susan Clark, somebody that didn't even qualify a year ago. She's new to the 55-59 division. In the 50 and 54 division, she was 33rd in the qualifiers last year, so making her first appearance and doing so in a strong spot, the number 1 seed. 285, this is Shelly Noyce, and again, not going to attempt at 285, stepping back, will be going for the tie break. Which your current leader now, Lydia Beer, unofficially at 12 tie-break reps in. You have just 20 seconds to do as many as you can at 135. Impressive to get to 12. Trying to chase her down. We'll have to wait on the official score on that one. 4 athletes remaining on the floor. It's Lisa Long going for 285. Still nobody to get that 6th bar on this 10-bar ladder. We'll see if she can be the first. Getting it up.
Oh, she got it.
But she's going to be the first one complete at 285 pounds to take the lead in the deadlift ladder.
She gave that everything she had. I saw her start to shake. She knew she could complete it, and on the 305-pound bar, she doesn't even give it one attempt. She goes right to the 135-pound bar.
And here we go, the tie break at 135. You can see on the left in yellow, that's Kathy Airsham out of Arizona going for the tie break there as well. This will leave just 2 athletes on the floor once these are complete in this 20-second window, which now is 3, 2, and 1. And your new unofficial leader, Lisa Long, out of Rainier CrossFit, mother of Rory Zambard. And she's actually going to have surgery here. And just a little bit after she dislocated her thumb, she's had some issues, and clearly no issue with this deadlift that we're taking a look at 285 pounds. Susan Clark stepping back at 265, going to the tie-break bar, as is Kimberly Luber at 285. So we are going to be complete with the deadlift ladder, and unofficially, Lisa Long, number 4, after the Masters qualifier in her 3rd appearance at the CrossFit Games. She was 9th in 2011 in the 50 to 54 division. The runner-up a year ago won 2 events, including the clean and jerk ladder, and showing that strength is going to be her game here, as she is your unofficial winner in event number 1 for the 55 to 59-year-old division. Good at 285, the only one to be good at that weight.
And with the experience that she's had in previous games, she knows how important it is to set the tone, set it early. With a win in the very first event, she's able to do that successfully. Trying to build on that 2nd place finish she had last year.
Yeah, had a strong showing. She was 14th after the Open, so that kind of set her back a little bit in the qualifiers. The Open position was where you started it with that first score. Had a 2nd, a 4th, and a 15th in the 4 events that the Masters competed in the qualifier. So just 37 points through those 5 events, basically, putting her 4th, and she's going to be unofficially number 1 with 1 event in the books here on this 3-day competition. And we take a look as the athletes beginning to take the floor for the 50 to 54 division, which is coming up next year at the StubHub Center. And we'll see if anybody can beat that one of 285 as they get ready to start their weekend. Here in just a little bit on ESPN3.com.